Welcome back, everyone, and we are so happy to be coming to you from the Travelers Championship. Just a beautiful day out here, but you know, our next story is really something that can help a lot of people.
Yesterday we featured Walden Behavioral Care's Center for Recovery. It's an eating disorder center in Dedham, Massachusetts, Kara.
So today we're going to introduce you to a woman who was recently there. She was being treated for severe anorexia, and she was really brave enough to share this story, hoping that she can help others who are suffering with disordered eating.
Yep, Melissa Cole sat down with her story. Take a look.
I think that is where it all started, was when I was really young and I had a very limited palate. I was scared of food. And then as I got older, it became more just restrictive and sort of manipulating my weight. And then when I got engaged, I went on the wedding diet that everyone promotes, and that's when everything really took a turn. I kept lowering the amount I ate, until I was at a really unhealthy weight, but didn't realize at the time that I was engaging in an eating disorder. I thought I was being healthy. I thought that this was the healthiest time of my life. I was getting compliments on my weight. I was fitting into a smaller wedding dress. I thought I was healthy.
Jessica Wilton of Attleboro, Massachusetts was in her 20s at the time, only eating 2 small bowls of cereal and a salad every day. When her mom caught on to the unhealthy behaviors, she suggested a therapist.
Our first session, I thought she was gonna just, say, oh, like, you're obsessed with your weight like the rest of America. And she was like, no, like, we're dealing with a severe case of anorexia.
Jessica's therapist helped as much as she could on an outpatient level, but after an overall decline in health, Jessica was referred here to Walden Behavioral Care's Center for Recovery.
I remember coming in here telling the people I was meeting, the clinicians, that they were like, how do you feel being here? And I just remember saying, I'm so hungry. Like, I'm so hungry. I'm so relieved to not have the control over my food anymore. Like, I'm just so relieved to hand over the reins to somebody else.
I think Walden is a place that does wonderful work, and our core values are really about making sure that anybody who walks through our door gets good treatment.
Becky Burnett is the Vice President of Clinical Services here and explains the complexity of anorexia.
Their mind really twists them in knots about food. They obsess about food. You almost think like, they're a person that's restricting, I'm not eating, so you'd think like they don't think about it at all, but actually they think about it every day, all day long. What am I not eating? What are my rules? How do I follow them? How do I stay the course? And it makes it sound like it's about the food, but it's really about how they're controlling themselves.
Anorexia is just one of the eating disorders treated here at Walden Behavioral Care. Nursing supervisor Shiva Murati walks us through some of the early warning signs.
Some of the warning signs that someone you love might be suffering from an eating disorder include drastic weight fluctuations, failure to gain weight, body image concerns, changes in their mood, grades and relationships, increased anxiety around food, as well as a sudden interest in clean eating.
Walden specializes in treating each person uniquely, teaching important new tools to help get through those tough times. Dialectical behavioral therapy, or DBT, is one of the core therapies used here.
The real piece of it that is important is it is a skills-based therapy, right? So our goal with DBT is to implement and teach the clients skills to be able to tolerate their emotions in the moment in a much more effective way through mindfulness, actually. So, I would say that most people think of mindfulness as maybe like breathing exercises or meditating, but in our world, mindfulness is really a skill.
There are also integrative therapies like yoga, art, music, and gardening to aid in healing.
Look how you can take this great food from something that you created and make it into something that not only are you challenging yourself around, but you're accomplishing and helping it work towards your recovery.
Jessica spent 2 months here at Walden last year and is in recovery now.
I learned who I was. I think that was the biggest takeaway, was at my core who I am authentically, without the eating disorder and without the noise of the eating disorder. And I learned so many skills. I knew nothing about dialectical behavioral therapy before I came here, and that is really what they kind of instill in you here. And I just went home with so many skills on how to cope with feelings when they come up.
Nervous to come at first, leaving was a different story. Though she was excited to see her family, she was sad to leave the caring staff and new friendships.
It's such a special relationship. It's unlike any other relationship I've ever had with a friend, just because I think we saw each other at our worst and we sort of built ourselves back up together.
Jessica continues to work on her relationship with food, but hasn't fallen back into any unhealthy behaviors since she's been home.
And I have 3 young children, and they are what motivate me, honestly. They keep me on the straight and narrow because I don't want to have to come back here. So I need to make sure I am providing a good example for them because I don't want to be the reason they have a bad relationship with food.
But if there is any setback, Walden will be here.
We really do feel like once clients are in Walden, like you are our client kind of forever. You know, we're here for you for as long as you need us, you know, for the duration of whatever that means. You know, if you need to go up and down multiple times, you leave, you come back, you know, we're here to continue to take care of you.
As for anyone who's resisted help and treatment, Jessica has this to say.
Give it a chance. Like, just tell yourself you'll give it 2 weeks. And I think that you'll see that the staff really is caring, that they really want to see you get better. And it's going to be hard. That's why it's called work. It's the work. It's the work if you want to be free of that bully in your head of just breaking you down. Just give it a chance, honestly. Just give it a chance. Walk through the doors and hand the control over to someone else for a little while.
Really brave, really
great.
brave.
And I encourage you to go back to greatdayct.com, watch the story we did on the place yesterday. It really looks like an amazing facility and an amazing place to help people. So take a look. All genders are welcome at Walden. Typically, the age of clients starts at about as young as 10, but goes all the way through adulthood.
In addition to the Recovery Center in Dedham, there are also outpatient clinics for less severe cases, including one right here in Connecticut in Guilford. So for more information, visit waldeneatingdisorders.com.